Hello guys, welcome to i-tutor, and in this video today we will discuss the thesis format important guidelines. So what are the important guidelines to form a thesis, and how can you prepare your research format thesis? Today's lecture is about that about the guidelines. So let's begin with the introduction on thesis format. When it is the matter of presenting your PhD thesis in the best possible form, you may not want to compromise. This video not only for your JRF and NET exam, it will help you for the preparation of your thesis for the research paper. And your thesis is probably the most significant document created during your academic career. If its format is disturbed, it may severely affect the readability and spoil the very first impression on your readers. It may also affect the way your thesis is judged by the review committee. So it is very important as a research scholar how to form a thesis. It's and it's different steps also. So you should carefully form your thesis. It's very important. Otherwise, it will affect your the last moment of the review committee. And notwithstanding the university's PhD, MPhil, MTech ordinance for submission of thesis or dissertation, the guidelines prescribed in this format in this document entitled Guideline for Submission of Thesis Dissertation. So UGC already form a steps to how to prepare the research thesis format. Are guidelines for submission of PhD, MPhil or MTech thesis dissertation. Guidelines have been revised in accordance with the UGC notification. So the minimum standard and procedure for award of PhD or MPhil or MTech degree regulation 2019. So UGC will update the notification about the thesis format also, and it's last updated in 11th July 2009. So now we are following the same guideline under the UGC notification. So this is a step-by-step guideline intended for all those who are in any way involved in preparing research proposal, research report, thesis or dissertation, which are crucial component of master's, doctoral and postdoctoral programs, and which contribute substantially to the research accomplishments. So all of you know from your PG post-graduation courses itself, you are preparing the dissertation. So all the format are you are preparing under your teacher or lecturer. So in the research program, you are you have one guide, and according to his advice, you are preparing the thesis. And before that, you are preparing a research proposal for your for in the time of your admission as a research scholar. So the thesis format guideline, these guidelines are designed to provide the formatting requirement for all thesis and project reports submitted to Indian universities. In Indian universities have a common format to submit the research thesis. It contains the basic structure, layout, form and style are required for the purpose. However, candidates or departments may use additional requirements if needed, provided that does not conflict with the guideline contained in this document. So the final authority is UGC. So under this under UGC's approval, all the universities are making their proposal guidelines under the UGC format only. And thesis and project report arrangement. So now we will see how the thesis and project report can arrange. So there is 13 steps under this. Assemble the thesis or project one by one. First of all, there is a cover page. It includes the title, author and degree. The thesis or project submitted in partial fulfillment of the requirement of the degree of PhD of dash in the format and in the name of the degree, and also you mention the date also. So this included in the cover page of your thesis. And the second one is cover page color. So there is also color theme is there, that is around a pinkish or whitish color is there. And the third one is thesis or project approval form is there, as a it will provide from your university or colleges. And plagiarism policy compliance statement is there, and the copyright page that grants MU the right to use the reproduce fully or partially the work being presented. So there is a copyright form also there. And the dedication page is optional. If you have any dedication to anyone, so you can mention that, otherwise it's optional only. And acknowledgement page also, that's also optional. And abstract is there. It's must abstract a concise summary of the essential information of the work being presented, namely of the study scope, purpose and result. The reference free single spaced abstract should not exceed 2 pages. There is 1.5 or 1 page or 2 page maximum. That's a format of abstract. It's a total conclusion of your work. That's abstract. Okay, and the ninth one is table of content. It is a must. Your total pages and chapters are included in the table of content. It includes all the subsection of each chapter and the list of appendices if applicable, and page number also you are mentioning in the table of content. And a list of figures, if you have any figure in this thesis, you can include that. Include figure number, caption, and the page number is there. And a list of tables, if any tables or charts are there, you can also include the table number, caption, and the page number also. And abbreviation page is there. List all the abbreviations used in the text, and alongside their full written and abbreviation form. And the thesis or project text, the layout is described in the next section. Okay, so we will see what is the layout format. The following presents a framework for the thesis. The information is offered as a general guideline. Students should always consult their advisor for additional guideline also. And there is one guide is there. He will suggest you the guideline about the same. And in particular, the layout of project report can be different depending on the type and the scope of the project. Note that each chapter should start on a new page. And the introduction, background, statement of the problem, definition of the term, purpose of the study, theoretical basis, contribution of the study, organization of the remainder of the study is under the introduction. And literature review. What is literature review? It's a chronological, categorical, or related theoretical viewpoint related to the topic. It will cover under the literature review. And proposed solution or methodology. What is the proposed solution or methodology? It cover research design or approach. We already discussed what is research design and all, and quantitative, qualitative, or algorithmic etc. we already discussed. And population and or sample collections and tabulations of data and data analysis procedures, these all cover under the methodology. And the solution, validation, analysis of the data, result, and discussion. And the presentation and discussion of the findings including limitations are under this section. And conclusion, recommendations. And it summarizes the entire research effort, addresses the initial purpose of the study stated in the introduction, and stressed the importance of the work accomplished, leaves a final impression on the reader. It can also include a suggestion for the further work also. And bibliography and references. References should acknowledge any work done by someone other than the author, and the reference should also include work performed by the author if presented or published at an earlier date. Reference should adopt one of the standard international style, the American Psychological Association style for reference and citation is recommended. For more information, contact the library also for this what is American Psychological Association style is. You will get all the guidelines from your guide or your college in your master's degree. All the dependent teachers or lecturers will help you to find out this style and format and etc. And the font size also there is important, and all will help you through your university. And appendices, what is appendices? Material too detailed or lengthy for inclusion in the body of the study, the example questionnaire, map, etc. Appendices may also contain information that might clarify the thesis but is routine in nature or indirectly related to the thesis. Raw data and examples of calculation could be incorporated. And style and form, and what are the style and form for the research thesis? The paper, use high quality acid free A4 size paper is used for the research thesis with only one side of the paper, will use. And printing, a high quality laser printer should be used for the final copy of a thesis. And headings, in discipline where sections numbering is normally used, the following guidelines apply. Chapter title is 18 to 24 pt, that is the font size, and that's also bold, that is the chapter title will mention 18 to 24 pt, that is size is bold. Okay, and main section headings can be numbered as a chapter number, and section number, example 3.2 under for chapter 3. Okay, if suppose the chapter 1 have subsections, so you will mention as a 1.2, 1.1, 1.3 like that, and each chapter have sections, or even sections you will mention at section 2 like that. Okay, in 14 pt size is the sections will use the 14 pt size and bold also. And second headings can be numbered as xy is example 3.2.4, that is the second headings. Okay, the first heading is there and second heading will use under the chapter 3. So in the section 2 there is a second heading is fourth one, so 3.2.4 we will use for that. And for chapter 3 section 2 and subsection 4 like that. In 12 pt is the size of the font and it is bold. And first subheadings can be numbered as 3.2.4.1, that is in third chapter section 2 and subsection 4 and subsection 1 like that way we are mentioning the first subheadings. Okay, the size also 12 pt size, that is there is no need for bolding, that is regular only. And the second subheading preferably unnumbered, that is 12 pt italics, that is the second subheading. So these are all the guidelines for the style and forms and which paper, which quality of printing you are using for the thesis. So it all you will get in the first time only, how you are using, how you are going to write and which way, and how you are typing font size and which font you are using, all you will get and provided by the university. And text font, how it is a text font will use. Acceptable font generated by word processing program include, this will be used as a word, the Microsoft Word is using for this purpose, and but no it's not restricted to Times Roman, Times New Roman we are normally using, that is the font size is tall. Otherwise Helvetica or that is also a text font, that is also 12 in size. And letter Gothic also there. It's different universities are using different, you have choices for that. The font provided through latex is acceptable, and bold and italic should not be used excessively in the text. And furthermore, colored text should not be used. You can't use a colored text. It's a black and white format only. And spacing also there is mentioned. Double or 1.5 spacing is required for the text. Only footnotes and long quotation, bibliography entails double space between entire work, and table captions are there, and similar special material may be single spaced. And it also mentions specially, and margins, it's a left 4 centimeter, top and bottom, and right 2.4 centimeters. These are necessary to allow for binding and trimming, because your final work is like a book format and book form, so it need to be binding. Finally, book binding is necessary for the final submission of your research thesis. So that's why this mentioning of the margins, it's very important. Otherwise, when the time of binding, it will cover your matter also. And page numbering, preliminary pages of the thesis, that is those preceding the text, are to be numbered in Roman numerals. The first page must not show its page number, and page of the text itself and of all item following the text should be numbered consequently throughout the Arabic number, beginning with the number 1 on the first page of the first chapter. So when there is a chapter beginning, there will be your page number will start, and page numbers should be placed in the lower right corner of the or center of the page. Even you have mentioned in center of the page, that is the formal way, and otherwise you can use lower right corner. Only the number should appear, not page 9, only number needed to be mentioned. Okay. And tables and figures and tables should be inserted at that appropriate place in the text. Figures must have numbers and captions under the figures. Table have their title and numbers above. And drawings, any material which cannot be typed or computed generated should be drawn with permanent black ink in neat and heavy lines. Photographs of drawing are acceptable. Xerox reproduction of drawing are acceptable if they are of a high contrast. Okay, so drawing also accepted in your thesis. And photographs, mount small photographs with glue and do not use rubber, cement or tape. High clarity Xerox copies of photograph also acceptable. However, high quality scanned images can also be inserted into the thesis text. Okay. And footnotes, in discipline where footnotes are normally used, they should appear at the bottom of the same page as their reference. Footnotes should be numbered in Arabic numerals, and the footnote refer is superscripted, and the explanation at the bottom of the page begins with the footnote reference number. Footnotes should have a smaller font size than the text. So example 10 pt, like that. Okay. And the CDs and DVDs, identify with the title, name of student, and the data is, and CDs and DVDs also using. And computer software described in separate section in preparatory pages. List of the figures and tables. You can use softwares if applicable. State requirements for the use of the software, example hardware, screen, solution type, etc. you can mention, and any other information necessary for proper viewing of the software. And oversized material, oversized fold out pages may be included, though ample margins of binding must be included. So leave oversized page unfolded. The binding will fold and insert them. All pages must appropriately numbered if found in the text. And binding will be arranged by the library for a fee in order to ensure consistency. At least 2 copies of the thesis should be submitted to the library of the campus concerned. And these are the rules for your preparation of the research thesis at the final. And hope you understood. It's not only on the your exam point of view, as a researcher, or you are going to be a researcher, or you are preparing for your separate research thesis before your exams, so it will helpful for you. So please go through the video. If any doubts around about more about thesis, research thesis, you can put it in a comment box. So thank you. Please subscribe our channel, and if you like the video, then like it and share it. Thank you.